Hello and welcome. Today I would like to go over my Pokemon video game collection, just anything that's a Pokemon game, main series or not, that I have in my collection. So I'm just going to go over today my physical games, not including systems, anything like that, just games. I have the original from Japan, red, green, and blue games, and it's actually really cool. I love the original three, how they look. They look really nice. And then it's got my first name on the blue one, and then yellow. We got two red, one blue, one yellow. Then you get to second gen, and we have gold and silver. I'm like 95% sure as a kid I ripped like pictures off of every single one of my Pokemon games at the time. I like that you could see the cartridges. I was like 7, but we got my silver and then gold. Then as we got a little older, I guess my parents didn't make us share anymore because we have 2 crystals. But we got crystal, 2 copies. Then you get to third gen. I have 2 sapphire games and a ruby game. So again, I wound up taking the sticker off of my 2 copies. So I have again my original emerald, one where I ripped the sticker off, and then emerald from some Salvation Army, which is really cool. Fire red game right here, ripped the sticker off. And my leaf green game is actually in my desk. As you might be able to tell, red was like my favorite color as a kid. So I played Ruby, I played Red, Fire Red, had my red Game Boy, and then here is my Leaf Green. I'm shiny hunting currently Charmander in this game because I would like to start with a shiny. Games that went along with third gen, I have Pokemon Pinball. Oh, we totally have the normal GBA Pinball somewhere. I don't have it out. I must have put it in a tote box somewhere. But we have Pokemon Pinball, Ruby and Sapphire like edition. This game is really fun. I love it so much. Then I have my Pokemon Dungeon, what is it called? Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team. I have the original GBA box somewhere. It's not in the best shape. It's in, again, a tote. Can we focus? There you go. We'll go DS. I got 2 weird ones, so we're going to save those for last. All right, so I have my Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Blue Rescue Team. Then I have the Pokemon Ranger Shadows of Alma. I don't remember which one it was. I don't think it was this one. I think it's the other one that gave you the Manaphy egg. But I remember I never beat the game. And one day I was watching like a YouTube video and somebody explained that if you beat the game, you get Manaphy. So I actually picked that game up and I played it all weekend, like for an entire week, whatever it was. I don't even remember. And I wound up beating the game and transferring the Manaphy egg over. So I don't have Manaphy egg. I know that for a fact, because I was really hyped to get it. So I don't know if it was this one or if it was this Pokemon Ranger. However, I think it was this one. Did it say it on the back? No, they don't say it. So I'm missing 1 Pokemon Ranger game. I know that there's 1 more. Ranger Guardian Signs. And I know that for, I'll show you in a bit. But yeah, so we've got both Pokemon Ranger games here. We're missing 1. Then I have Pokemon Heart Gold, Soul Silver, but I actually own 2 copies of each. Can I even hold it? So I own 2 copies of Heart Gold and 2 copies of Soul Silver. At the time, I wound up buying the 2 original copies when they came out. I have the Pokewalker. I lost 1, and then I wound up shiny hunting for a starter one time, and it was taking like over a week, and I was like double the odds. So I went to GameStop and I bought these 2 copies, and they were running a buy one get one free, so I wound up picking up 2 copies of Platinum. However, they did not have a box for it, so now I just have 2 Platinum in this 1 box, and I should probably look into getting another box. Then I have my Pokemon Diamond game and my Pokemon Pearl game. I did pre-order these where you got like the stand and the DS styluses. They are somewhere in my collection, no idea where. Then you have Pokemon White, and again, just like last time when I bought the games from GameStop, I went up buying the secondary copies, and they didn't have a case, so Pokemon White's in here. So White's here, and here's Black. So I have both copies, I just don't have a case for Black. And then one of my friends actually went to Japan, and while visiting, he knew I was a huge Pokemon fan. So the gift he brought me back was a Japanese sealed copy of Pokemon White. So it's still in the plastic. I have a Japanese DS to play it if I would like, but I feel like this is just really cool to keep sealed. So just really glad. Shout out to Gus. Thank you so much for picking this up for me. And the last thing is Pokemon Black 2 and White 2 for my DS collection. Well, actually, that's a lie. one copy's in here. I don't remember which one. The other copy's in my DS. I'm currently playing it. I think I'm playing... Nope, I would have been wrong. Here's White 2. Black 2 is the one I'm playing through. I just beat the Elite Four. I have my team, and I'm doing post-game stuff right now. It's really fun. Honestly, I'm having a great time. Then, at one point, I went to GameStop, and I bought Pokemon Conquest, which is like the Fire Emblem Pokemon game. I don't even know how old this is. I have never opened it. I don't remember when I bought it. But yeah, I remember hearing about it, so I picked it up for $26. As a Nintendo collector, I like collecting a lot of weird things. So one of the weirder things I picked up recently was this Pokemon typing game from Japan. There's an English version, but I like the Japanese one better because I want to learn the Japanese Pokemon names. So inside you actually get the game, a stand, and the keyboard, and it connects to your DS, and you can like type it out and play the games. And I'm really bad at typing, plus the keyboard is really small. It's kind of difficult to play, but it's really cool. I think there's 5 languages in total. And then since it was during black and white era, you can actually get a black keyboard or a white keyboard based on Reshiram and Zekrom. But the game is pretty cool. It's very fun. I'm not good at it, but I enjoy it. I think it's really niche, so I have that in my collection. And another thing I like picking up would be not for resale copies. I only have one Pokemon not for resale, and it is the Pokemon Ranger game. So you get a little demo test. I think it's like 15-30 minutes. I have a few not for resale cartridges for DS. Nothing crazy, but I do really like them. So I have that in my collection. Pokemon Sun and Moon. These games I liked, but I did not like them as much as Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. This game I absolutely loved, Pokemon Y, and I loved it so much I wound up picking up my friend's copy of X when he went to go sell it to GameStop. So I have X, and Y. And then I know for a fact I have a digital copy of Y also on my Pokeball DS. There's also Pokemon Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, or Mega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. These remakes were pretty cool. I didn't like them as much as I like Ruby and Sapphire, but that's probably just nostalgic reasons. I really love the old school graphics. But these were good remakes. I enjoyed playing them. It was cool that you can get the Unknown in this, and the flying around with Mega Latios and Latios, plus the Megas. For the starters, really cool. Then you have Ultra Moon and Ultra Sun. I wound up playing through, I'm pretty sure Ultra Sun this go around. I played through Moon in the beginning, and these games were fantastic. I'm not gonna lie. I still don't really like the Island Totem challenges more than, like, I like the gym leaders a lot. I think that's a good system. However, at the end, the wormholes to get all the legendaries were really nice for Pokemon Home. But yeah, so these made it really nice and convenient to get the legendaries. Plus, I shiny hunted a lot of legendaries in this game. For niche games, I own Pokemon Art Academy. I wound up buying it from GameStop. I guess it was on sale, like $40. So I picked it up. And then Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon. I grabbed this game also. Along with these games, I did wind up getting my steel cases for Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Moon. Pretty cool. I'm really glad that they wound up doing this because they don't do enough steel cases for games. So I like the fact that they did this. I would love to see more steel cases, but it seems like with the Switch 2 and the way things are going, we're kind of getting away from physical games, which is really sad. Especially as a collector, I love this. We'll go back to the N64. I've got Pokemon Snap. It's a little dirty. This is one from when me and my brother were a kid. We've got the Hey You Pikachu. This is definitely mine. I remember for like Christmas one year, like my biggest gift of all time was the Pokemon Edition N64. I still have that thing to this day. It's like my favorite system. Then I found Pokemon Puzzle League at like a yard sale one time. I think I paid like $5 or $7 for this. I never played it as a kid. Again, I'm glad I own it. And then we have Pokemon Stadium 1. I've got 2 copies of them. And then Pokemon Stadium 2, which the best thing about these were the fact that you could transfer your Pokemon from the GB game into them and battle with them. But also the mini games were amazing. If you know the Scyther game, there's so many games. The Donphan game, I think it's like an Alakazam putting up the wall and you put like a bouncy ball game. Like, so cool. When I was younger, I was on eBay and I found this Pokemon Stadium N64 original box. And I picked it up. It's not in the best shape, but I mean, for how old it is, it's really cool. I think now I've had this for 14 years, maybe more, but I really like it. I have some other N64 original boxes, but this one's probably one of my favorites. Next, we'll go to GameCube. You've got Pokemon Channel, which was a fantastic little game where you were basically just like best friends with Pikachu, and you had a house with like a TV, and you could like go to these different channels, and there was like a shopping channel where you could buy stuff and it would get delivered to your house. There was like where you could watch the Pichu Bros. There was like an exercise video. There was like a Game Boy. You can order cards from like channel. I'm trying to remember. There was like a news channel. There was so much cool stuff. And then you could take Pikachu and go for walks around the town. Just, it honestly is such a charming little game. I'm surprised they never revisited this. The fact that we got like Pokemon Snap, but we've never gotten another game of this is a little crazy to me. But this game is like top tier for me. I love this. My mom, knowing how big of a Pokemon fan I am, we wound up picking up Pokemon Coliseum. For this game, we wound up pre-ordering it, and if anyone knows what you get when you pre-order this, you can get the special Jirachi disc, where you can import Jirachi into any Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald new game. I do have the adapter for the GameCube that lets you play the GBA game, plus the disc. And yeah, if you want to see the disc, there it is. Bonus disc with Jirachi. On the back, I never noticed this until today. It actually says not for resale. And it talks a little bit about Jirachi. It's pretty cool. It says, make your wish come true with Jirachi. Now for the first time, you can find out yourself how powerful this Steel and Psychic type Pokemon really is. Add Jirachi to your Pokemon Ruby and Pokemon Sapphire game pack. Then use Jirachi's exclusive Doom Desire move and Serene Grace ability to your advantage. So I'm not positive how easy it is anymore to get Jirachi with Serene Grace or this Doom Desire. Maybe this is exclusive, maybe it doesn't transfer up through home. I have no idea, but I think that's really cool. And then I own Pokemon Coliseum. Unfortunately, I never owned Gale of Darkness XD or XD Gale of Darkness, however you say it, because I don't really know. That is on my list of something I'd love to pick up. I only own one Wii game, and it was the Pokemon Battle Revelations. I remember how hyped I was for this game. Then you get to Wii U, and we got Pokemon Tournament. I have 2 copies. One is mine, and again, one was a friend's. Whenever friends would go to sell the game to GameStop, I would just be like, let me pay you for it instead. So they gave whatever the trade-in value was, I just gave them. I know for a fact I have my Mewtwo card somewhere in a tote box, but the copy I bought for my friend actually has his still in there. I did see that apparently they're selling for like $30 right now, and someone went and got theirs graded by PSA. I'm kind of getting into sending my cards to PSA because I've just been opening some packs and I have my old Pokemon cards. So I might look into sending that because that's kind of cool. And the last Pokemon games I have are just my Switch games. We have Pokemon Sword right here. They're not in order, so sorry. Pokemon Violet. You got Brilliant Diamond. I have Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. It's sealed. I wound up buying Let's Go Pikachu digitally, which was like the first time I ever bought any Pokemon game digitally. So I need to go get Let's Go Pikachu physically. I've got Shining Pearl. I have my Shield game. Legends Arceus. Scarlet. I know for a fact my Sword game is somewhere. I just got it brought back to me by my girlfriend. So where did that case go? It's totally in the other room. Okay. But to prove that I do own it, I have the original 2-pack box. I gave you the exclusive stuff. Then you have the Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl double box pack. And then the last double box pack is Scarlet and Violet. And that is every Pokemon game I currently own. I'm pretty sure there's like 7 or 8 I'm missing. I don't have the Rumble games for the DS. Detective Pikachu on the DS, Detective Pikachu on the Switch. There's Pokemon Snap on the Switch. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is a lot of stuff. Yeah. See you guys again next time. Peace.